Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to review chapter 20, where we have been talking about different kinds of polygons. Alright, so let's go ahead, put your name on it, Shug, because we are going to tear this out and put this in our packet for the week. Alright, so the first part says write each term in the correct section of the Venn diagram. So our diagram says regular polygons or triangles. Now remember, we'll put a little note here. Regular polygons have all equal or congruent sides. So we need to keep that in mind. That if they are regular, they have all equal sides. So that's why we've got this middle area, because sometimes a triangle is also a regular polygon because it has all equal sides. Alright, so I'm going to do one with you, and then, or two, and then I'll let you do some. So I'm going to start with scalene triangle. Now I remember scalene has 3 different side lengths. So it is just a triangle. It does not have all equal sides. So it's not both. Alright, and then let's look at this. It helps you. It says regular hexagon, which I know is not a triangle. Has 7 sides, so it would go here. So I want you to continue to fill these other terms in where they belong. Alright, number 2. Which statement is true? Tell what strategy or tool you'll use to answer the question. All right triangles are also acute. So I want you to be very careful, because this says all. So that means every single time you ever see what it is they're talking about. It doesn't mean sometimes, it means every single right triangle, every single obtuse, every single isosceles, and every single equilateral. So I want you to think carefully about these and think about what would be the right one. Now, as far as explaining what you use, you could say something as simple as, looking through my notes, drawing a picture of the figure, whatever it is you do to help you figure it out. Let's do a couple of these together. So our directions say write always, sometimes, or never to do this statement. So we've got a regular quadrilateral. So I'm thinking, okay, I know a quadrilateral has 4 sides, and I know regular means that they're all equal. So a regular quadrilateral is blank, a square. So let's think about what we know about a square. I know the square has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. A regular quadrilateral is blank, a square. I know that a square is always going to be regular because it has those 4 equal sides. Okay, I'm going to skip number 4. And I think I'll skip number 5. I want to see what you guys do right there. Okay, let's flip the page to 514. Name the polygon. Tell whether it is regular or not regular, and its number of sides. So name it. Okay, let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6-sided figure, so I know that it's a hexagon. Looking at it, I know it's regular because all 6 of these sides have this little line that's helping me know that they're all equal, and it has 6 sides. So I want you to do the same thing here. Count these sides, tell whether it's regular or not regular. Remember, that means all sides have to be congruent and then tell how many sides it has. Alright, the next section says write the number of the section of the Venn diagram where each figure should be placed. When a trapezoid is defined as having at least one pair of parallel sides. So they're saying a trapezoid has at least one pair of parallel sides. So all you're going to do is put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where would these belong? And I'm going to let you guys do that. Select all the categories that always describe a figure in which all of the angles have the same measure. There's a lot of things here that are important because it's saying all and always. So, you know, that's important to keep in mind. It has to always be that. Okay. So, select all the categories that always describe a figure where all the angles have the same measure. Angles. This is an angle right here in this. This is an angle. Remember, the angles are the measures inside. So, you have to think, does a decagon always have all angles the same measure? And you have to ask yourself that question. So, I'm going to say, well, one I know is correct is a regular decagon because that told me that all the sides are the same. So I know if all the sides are the same, all the angles are going to be the same. So use that to help you figure out which other ones could also be chosen. And then 11, list as many attributes, characteristics, traits as possible for a figure that can be placed in the overlapping area. So we're talking about right here. And name that figure. You might think of something totally different than I would think of. So we've got quadrilaterals, rectangles, and rhombuses. So you're trying to think of something that you could classify as a rectangle and a rhombus. This is totally up to you, but make sure whatever you choose can be classified as a rectangle and can be classified as a rhombus. And that's your review for this chapter. I want you to do your best and take your time and make sure you turn this in.